last year, my office launched the Hub City Hero program, and this year we want to showcase members of our community who selflessly and steadily give their time, their talent to improve the lives of others. Many citizens were nominated, so I'd like to please welcome and have you welcome Allison Shipp as our January Hub City Hero. Hey, Allison, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
And congratulations on being selected as January's Hub City Hero.
Thank you. I'm very honored.
So we got a few questions for you. And so just start off, I guess, just telling us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Well, you start with the hard questions, huh? No. I am a mom, first and foremost. I have a 10-year-old and a 14-year-old, and I work from home. I work as a vocational consultant, and also I provide leadership and strengths-based training in the community and things like that. And then I've been here since 2013, so took a job at the Star Center. My primary field is working with individuals with disabilities, so I went there. And then I've been here ever since. I'm originally from Alabama, Auburn specifically, so I do want to clarify that. I don't know, that's pretty much the basics. And I like to give back to the community. I like to collaborate, work with others, things of that nature.
Auburn's not too bad. I got a cousin that goes to school there now, so
Good.
even though they did cheat Ole Miss out of the game, we're not going to talk about that though.
Oh my gosh, no. Next question, what's that?
So we know that you've been giving back for several years now, and that started back with establishing the Give Back Jack movement. And so can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Okay, sure. So 2017, I was in the Leadership Jackson program through the chamber. And as part of that program, each group, which usually there's 3 groups, they select either a nonprofit or some sort of mission in the community as a way of giving back. And Give Back Jack was an idea that I had that unfortunately we didn't choose. And that hurt my heart. I was not okay with that. So it's one of those things that I love the project that we did select, but it just kept sitting there and like, well, somebody should do this. Well, somebody should do that. And so I finally said, you know what? I just need to do it. So what it is it's Give Back Jack is a Giving Tuesday movement for Jackson, Tennessee, and for the area. And Giving Tuesday, we just recently had it. It's the largest global day of giving now. And it's just a way to make it local. I love what they do. Of course, it's a huge giving movement, but they want it to be grassroots local as well. So I've partnered with them for the last 3 years. I've been to a couple of their, national conferences, spoke at those and things like that. So that's where the Give Back Jack movement stemmed from.
Fantastic. And we know that your involvement has not stopped there. And so we also see that you've created those blessing boxes that are all over our community. And kind of tell us what made you decide to do that, how you started it, and how it's going now.
Okay. Well, when the pandemic first hit, there was just a lot of fear. A lot of people were shut up in their houses. It was just a scary time, especially for a lot of folks, that were a little bit older that maybe were even scared to go to the grocery store to get food or, things of that nature. And it just hurt my heart. It just broke my heart to see, so many people either losing a lot of people were losing their jobs. They were trying to figure out where's my next meal coming from, a lot of times for the first time, and they may or may not have known where the resources were or how to access them. And a lot of the typical resources were shut down as well. There was a lot of the volunteer avenues were, disconnected, for a short period of time, things like that. And it was another one of those things where I just kept thinking, man, somebody should do these. There was 1 or 2 in town that I did know about, but I just felt like it should be bigger. It should be more widespread. And I call it my nudge from above. I finally got that little nudge from above that was like, you need to be the one to start that, which was scary because I know nothing about that. I don't do hammers and nails. I don't do any of that kind of thing. But I wound up applying for a grant for Giving Tuesday, which is, where a lot of this originated several years ago, and they loved it. So they gave me some seed money to get started, and which is exciting and scary because then that also meant, okay, now I actually have to do it. So, which I'm happy about. But again, it's one of those exhilarating, scary moments. And I didn't know again, I didn't know anything about that, so I just had to start making phone calls. I reached out to Lauren Kirk in your office, and she's one of the key people that I talked to, and I was kind of like, help, I don't, do you have any connections? Can anybody build a box? Where should these boxes go? She and Matt Marshall as well, they're on the anti-poverty task force, because I wanted to make sure that they went in places where people could use them. And so, worked closely with them to try to figure that out. And what they are, they're outdoor cabinets, or basically outdoor cabinets in public places, and people can put items, typically non-perishable food items. You can also put baby food, toiletries, things like that. And people donate to the items, and then people can also take from the items. And another thing that I love about it is it just allows that connection, as far as, like I said, a lot of the avenues of giving back were shut down. Well, this is just a way that, whole families can give. I mean, if you have a 2-year-old that can stand on their tippy toes and put an item in the box, that, and we've seen that happen. So I love it. And I answered way more than you asked, but
Now, that is great. That's a great answer to the question. Um, and yeah, bringing people involved. A lot of times we wait on someone to do something, and that someone's us to do something.
yeah.
So it's great that you took that initiative. So I know that these projects are ongoing, Giving Tuesdays every year, and these blessing boxes are all throughout town. So is there anything, and what can the citizens of Jackson do to help continue these projects?
Well, the best way is just to find a box. We have I have a Facebook group, so Give Back Jack Blessing Boxes, Jackson, Tennessee, and we have 16 currently. So go on there and see if there's one close to your home, close to where you work, where you might be going throughout the day, and just throw a few items in the back of your car. And then, if you do happen to find yourself near one, just go put some items in there. When you're shopping, grab a few extra items. There is a list of the most commonly needed items on the website as well. That's probably the best way. We also have an Amazon wish list, so if people don't necessarily want to get out and stock the box, which is fine, the items can be shipped directly to me, and then I either go put them out myself, or I have people that help me distribute to the boxes. And then lastly, for the next, I would say, month or so, I do have a campaign going through Woodman's Life. I was selected by the local chapter here, so I do have a campaign, a monetary campaign going for that. And that will be used to buy supplies for more boxes, and then also the items to stock the boxes.
That's great. So what's the easiest way to find the boxes? Do we drive around and look for them, or is there kind of a map that points them out?
So there is the map. There is a map. There's a Google map, and you can find that on the Facebook page. And then also there's a list of all of the different addresses on the
Okay,
Facebook page.
fantastic. And so give us that Facebook page one more time.
Give Back Jack Blessing Boxes
Okay,
dash Jackson, Tennessee. So.
perfect. And so if anyone in Jackson and the area is interested in giving back to the community, what words of wisdom do you have?
Oh, it's okay if you're scared. I've been scared many times in this, and there's a lot of times when I felt like I didn't have what it took, and this can't be me. I'm not, like I said, I'm not XYZ. There's so many things that I felt. Just push through. If you ever have a thought and the word somebody should do blah 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 is in that, I would just suggest putting maybe I should do that, and just see how that feels. And again, there's some things that we may or may not be able to do, but use your resources as well. That's another thing that was a huge push in the Leadership Jackson, is you may not be able to do this. However, use a community, use your friends, use your family, use the connections that I would absolutely, I mean, I tell people this was 5% me. Like, I made some initial phone calls, I sent some emails, but then 95% of it has been so many other people in the community. And it continues to be that way. I mean, the Facebook group is over 1,500 now, and that it just started, like, I think in May or April or May, and it's just blown up, and it's in a good way. I mean, it grew way bigger than my britches very quickly, but just don't be afraid, and if you have a heart for something, then follow your passion. So that's what I would say.
Great words of wisdom. And thank you so much, Allison. And again, congratulations on being January's Hub City Hero.
Thank you.
You know, if you're interested in nominating someone to be a Hub City Hero, you can visit our website, jacksontn.gov, click on Hub City Hero, which is underneath the mayor's projects and initiatives. Those recipients will be selected monthly, and after a year of Hub City Heroes have been recognized, our hero will be selected and awarded $1,000 to donate to the charity of their choice. So go out, nominate, do good work, and let's make Jackson a better place.